In our last episode of Sailing Nervous, we had a professional diver come out who did a thorough cleaning of our propeller shaft, the shaft support strut, propeller blades, the rudder, and the entire hull and keel to see if that was part of the problem in the loss of thrust with the new transmission. In this episode, I take the boat out with a friend of mine and find out if it helped.
So we're really looking forward to tomorrow where we're going to test the boat, take it out, Ben's going to take it out on a sea trial. So we're going to see if the cleansing of the propeller really makes a difference, and I'm really hoping that it does. And so we're having a healthy dinner tonight, so we're still making progress, getting our health better, and so we're enjoying a nice dinner, a nice evening, and looking forward to tomorrow. So somebody said, how do you eat? Well, we have to work with what we have, and so what we did find was really delicious frozen bird's eye mashed cauliflower, which is really, really good. So we have mashed cauliflower and pork and salad, and so that's our healthy dinner. And Vinny has lost 20 pounds and kept it off so far with our better eating, so it's really worked well.
Well, we had planned to go out the next morning to try out the boat, but something came up, and Amy had to make a decision. We had an opportunity to do something else, and what do you think Amy chose?
Yeah, you like Grandpa? Yeah, good. Pesalada?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we're in love with you.
Well, I knew I wasn't going to pull Amy away as Grandma, so luckily I got my buddy to take the boat out with me, so back on the boat, let's see what happens. Well, just like before, it does go backwards fine, but here was the key. If I tried to turn it around, that's where I saw the ratio difference. And when it didn't seem to be cooperating, I previously just wanted to put it back on the slip and say it's just not working. However, kudos to my friend Jeff H., who said, you know what, persevere. You got to get it out and get it to the testing, so don't be so quick to put it into the slip just because you feel like you're going to crash into another boat. Just because it's slipping, persevere. So I did. I was able to move it forward. So, how do I feel? What's the deal? Fin keel boat was so responsive in that old transmission where it was like, you could just move the wheel like, from noon to 2 o'clock and it responds great. But in tight spaces, you got to bring that wheel all the way around to the complete total end of its ability to turn. And you got to crank up that RPM to 2,000, 2,500 RPM. But you got to do it in a way that doesn't produce too much momentum. It's like little short bursts of extreme power. I really don't like it in that it's, a totally different boat now. I need to learn how to utilize it. And does it need some extra pitch in the propeller? Yeah, I still need to move forward, and when I haul the boat out, that's the time I'll take the propeller out because I really want to get things going, and you'll see in a minute how it responds out on the waterway. It's like a new boat, but when I started, when I got the boat, it was all felt different and new, so I really don't like change. I don't like to have to adapt, but sometimes you just gotta roll with the changes. That's hard for me. I got the boat out of the slip. That's progress, right? My buddy Jeff H. told me to do a certain amount of tests, and so that's what we're about to do. We want to see what is the RPM at different speeds, and we're going to do an open throttle to see, was it a fuel injection problem? So we have lots of tests. So I'm at 25, 26. I'm going 6.3 knots. Knots is whole speed, yeah. It does that with a little bit of current, it'll go 8 knots, but 2,500 RPMs, and we're going 6 knots, and then I'll do the current calculation later.
Should drop down to 2,000 RPM and give you a speed reading.
2,000 RPMs is...
Give it a second.
Okay. Yeah. 5 point. You're right, it's dropped. 5.2, 5.3, 5.5, 5.1, 5.4.
Let's call it 5.2.
Okay. Now I'm going to spend some time doing some 360-degree turns and getting used to the reduced thrust in reverse. All right, so we're going to bring it to a stop.
That's it. Use that throttle.
Okay, stop, bring it all the way. Reverse. Very strange.
All right.
I have to admit, it was really frustrating to try to maneuver this boat with the old mentality that I had when it had a different ratio. It was really kind of frustrating, and it's just making me think if I'm going to be able to do this or not. So I'm not giving up, but it's just very frustrating. I think I'm fighting it mentally. Like,
You are.
I want to fix it. I want to fix it just to make it work. It doesn't have to be exactly the way it was before, but definitely.
You should, and you should. But my comment is, it's just a comment. You got to be able to do this.
Right.
Okay? It's not going to be the same as it was. That's okay.
Right.
Different ain't bad. It's just different.
Right.
And in order to accommodate it, in order to acclimate it, you got to become one with this beast.
Right.
To do that, sitting out here doing 360s in a tight circle, swinging that helm vigorously to the left and to the right, back and forth alternately to do it, working your throttle, you give it a burst. And when she starts moving in the direction you want, back off on the throttle
Right,
a bit.
okay.
Okay? Let it drift. Okay? Shift your helm. Okay? To the opposite direction. Give it a burst like a retro rocket. need to get used to turning that wheel vigorously. Throttle up, throttle back, turn the wheel.
All right.
So the boat's never moving that fast, but it will start to swing.
Right.
If you can do it now with this prop, with
Right.
this pitch, doing it with more torque,
Right.
will actually seem easier to you. You'll feel better sooner.